Welcome back to the shop, everybody. I've been doing some organizing here, labeling, all of that good stuff back there. Got a lot of rock out here on the table. The trip down to Utah, getting the giant agates was super awesome, and maybe we can chat more about that on the Saturday video. I did hit up two other spots while I was down there. This stuff back there is from Utah. This right here is from Idaho, but one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about was a lot of rock hounding can be done in places that it doesn't make for a very good video. You know, like road cuts, just lots of things have to kind of line up to make a super awesome rock hounding adventure video. So both of these were definitely not that, and we can kind of look at this stuff up close, and I'll talk about it and share with you two spots that you can go check out yourself, but not really a destination per se. So we're going to start with this stuff here in the back, and then we'll talk about all of this. So when I was down in Southwest Utah, there's a spot called Cedar Canyon. And in Cedar Canyon, well, first off, it's amazing. There is a road cut where you have all this black limestone just kind of being eroded away through water, and there's fossilized oysters in that material. So I got a GPS location, and sure enough, go there, and where you could typically park, there's now this no parking sign, but I don't really know how legitimate it is. It is kind of a landowner created sign, and there's a thing called a right-of-way easement. And since the road in Cedar Canyon, I believe it has an easement, parked within that easement and walked back to the road cut. There's a very narrow shoulder of maybe 4 feet, so definitely not the safest thing to do, but you can certainly do it. And sure enough, I picked up these, and you can see that that looks like an oyster shell. I've kind of mixed feelings about some of the fossils. I mean, you can kind of see really with this one, like there's the two halves of an oyster shell like that. With the fossils, I'm like, I mean, that's neat, but I don't know. I mean, it wasn't a very great spot. You just couldn't really get into it the way you would maybe like. So I grabbed these big chunks and hoping that I can maybe break them out of the limestone. I'm not exactly sure. It's just kind of a not great spot, but it's still kind of neat to be like, wow, that's a really old oyster shell. And I'll probably put some in a little specimen jar like I have back there, and chuck the rest in the pile out back and call it good. So there is that spot, and I'll put all the info to it down below, like the GPS and all that good stuff. If you want to go check it out yourself, you're more than welcome if you're ever in Southwest Utah. So what you're looking at here probably looks like a bunch of agate, except this came from Rabbit Springs, Idaho. So when I was driving back, I took a different way home and swung up through Jackpot, Nevada. And right on the other side, 4 miles on past Jackpot, there's a spot where you can get fluorescent Thundereggs. When I got there, though, let's see, I had been driving for 8 hours. It was 95 degrees out and super windy. So, and there's a lot of sand in the air. So getting out of your vehicle at that point in time it was terrible. It was terrible for me. I didn't want to get out there and dig. But what you're seeing here is stuff that I surface collected in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That was about all I could take. I was not going to be out in the desert sun getting sand blasted and dig a hole looking for complete ones. So it's just broken material here. I will put down in the description down in the description. I'll put GPS, and you can go check it out yourself. But there's really no photos of it. However, I've managed to pick up all of these broken pieces. Now, I was a little so far unimpressed, but clearly the material's out there. Clearly, you have kind of more botryoidal bits, and you can see that part of a much larger Thunderegg, right? Neat stuff. So as far as it fluorescing, out of all of this, I got 2 pieces. So let's turn off some lights here, and you can see what I found, which is these 2. I'm gonna have to do some light adjusting here. Is that picking up for you? Let's do this. There you go. You can see how that fluoresces. Nothing else really. But I was hoping for more stuff like that. But now that I've seen that, I would 100% go back to Idaho Springs. I would 100% go back to Idaho Springs, given the opportunity, and do some serious digging there. And let's actually look at some of these up close, some high quality photos while we chat here. Interesting material. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm going to really do with it. I mean, I'll probably make a nice jar to put in the house and throw the rest in a bin or something of that nature. And maybe someday I will make my way back to Rabbit Springs, down by the Idaho-Nevada border, and I will actually spend some real time there and do some digging, and we can get some full, complete, fluorescent Thundereggs. So, yeah, you know, it just kind of goes to show, like, there's a lot of material out there, and, you know, it takes some time, takes some effort, but you can certainly do some rock hounding that doesn't have to be much more than, well, pull off of the road. So, yeah, as always, you know, I appreciate the views. If you like this kind of content, please hit the subscribe button. There's links down in the description box to a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, take care, and catch you on the next video.